Sports Rock.
Ericsson, Garnacho hasn't stopped. Garnacho has scored in stoppage time. And Manchester United have nicked it.
For updates in the world of football.
Sterling for Liverpool. He's seen Henderson face to face with Fernandinho. Henderson! Oh wow! Lift the Anfield roof. Company's error, yes.
Formula One.
Near him, because down the inside now comes Carlos Sainz on Lewis Hamilton. Sainz just squeezes Hamilton, who goes over the rumble strip.
Cycling. Boxing. Basketball and lots more. Listen to us live on Sport Rush, Mondays to Fridays, 12:30 p.m. to 1 p.m. on Al-IyamoyeTv radio. For more inquiries, please call 0806-242-9799. Sports Rush, your everyday dose of sports.
Welcome to Sportville on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. We're going to update on sport all over the world today, and I am YAZID.
I'm sure Moshood SMD Sports. Good morning.
Okay, starting with the news today on Barcelona. Barcelona open talks for Manchester City over deal for Portuguese international following the sale of Franquesa to Saudi Arabian Al-Ali, as well as Ousmane Dembele departure to Paris Saint-Germain. Barcelona will have funds available to reinvest in the transfer market and have reopened talks on Joao Cancelo. Let's not forget Barcelona are still keen on Bernardo Silva, which I think Pep Guardiola wouldn't even be willing to leave Bernardo Silva out of the squad. But there was a time where Pep Guardiola said Joao Cancelo is not in his plan for this season, as the season has started yesterday.
We can see from Pep Guardiola squad yesterday that actually 100% Cancelo is not in his plan at all, because if it is in his plan, although he played I think he played one preseason game with Man City. I mean, Cancelo is in Guardiola's mind. He would have been on bench yesterday. Don't forget, it was Lewis that played from the left hand side yesterday. So I don't mean he's in his plan. He will have used Cancelo at the left. We all know where Cancelo played for Man City 2 seasons ago. Even though last season, before he went in January to Bayern Munich, he played mostly from the left hand side. And I think Barcelona can be able to struck a deal with Manchester City in that go. Barcelona should forget about Bernardo Silva, because Man City have already sold their Mavis that they have been unable to replace. Yes. So I want them to say Bernardo Silva again. It means maybe you should carry, take Guardiola and the team and slaughter them, because Bernardo Silva this season will be the heart of Manchester City. Look at the game yesterday for Man City. Kevin De Bruyne got injured. Yeah, it means Kevin De Bruyne, what the performance of Kevin De Bruyne for the past 4-5 seasons for Man City. Now he has started reaping the reward of playing consecutively for the past 4-5 seasons. Now injuries start coming in. Don't forget last season he had so many injuries as well. He had injury in the UEFA Champions League final, and yesterday as well he had injury. So we have not known the extent of this injury, and he wants Man City to say Bernardo Silva, which I think is not possible. But Cancelo, I think Barcelona will be able to struck the deal before the end of the transfer market.
Okay, Barcelona will be able to strike the deal before the end of the transfer market for Joao Cancelo. On Manchester City also, yesterday's match was a very, very fantastic match. The opener of the season in the EPL, where Pep Guardiola's side said we are still in the EPL and no one is coming down on us, as Burnley faced by Manchester City yesterday, where they defeated Burnley 3-0, and Burnley ended up with a red card at the 90th minute by one of the fellow players in Burnley. Ended up with a red card yesterday, and Zaruri at the 90th minute, and Erling Haaland, the beast again, showed he is still in town. He's still reigning with 2 goals on 40 minutes, and also at the 36th. And Rodri, the Champions League winner for Manchester City, also secured a goal at the 75th minute for Manchester City. What we want to talk is in 2 ways. Let's first talk about Manchester City's performance and roam around with also Burnley's performance, and also at the half-time, Pep Guardiola was talking to Erling Haaland. He was very angry at Erling Haaland and said at the press conference, he was asked what was he saying to Erling Haaland. He said there was a pass where Bernardo Silva saw at the 45th minute, when it remained 1 minute to the end of the game, where Bernardo Silva didn't give him, and Haaland was very angry, and he talked to Haaland saying, I wanted the game to be cool and no more pressure on the Burnley side, so that we won't concede a goal from the Burnley side. He wanted everything to be cool and not hasty for more goals. After 2 goals, he was okay at the first half. That's what he was telling Haaland. What do you say to this?
You know, Pep Guardiola is very good coach, and this is that sometimes what he says to his players sometimes always have an impact on the game. Sometimes look at last season, they have it's a war against word against him and Kevin De Bruyne at sometimes last season, whereby they start arguing so much, and it's not only De Bruyne last season. Upper season, the likes of David Silva and the likes. It's a kind of manager that demands a lot from players and doesn't want any chaos to happen in his team. So I don't think it's too bad for a coach to demand for something, because if you look at the game, the pass that so supposed to give it to Eddie Allen yesterday, you can't be at everywhere. That is what he's trying to tell me. Look at Alvarez yesterday. Alvarez played so much, but he didn't get a goal. But he deserved to score yesterday, but Alvarez sacrificed himself for the team yesterday. So which means he's trying to tell Alan that it's not only goals that you need to score. You need to score. You need to have some impact in the kind of team. Maybe look at but that means Burnley are trying to pressurize Manchester City, and by that time they need to calm themselves down, have the ball at their possession, and try to keep the ball so that they won't lose the ball necessarily to Burnley. Look at the game against Arsenal in the Community Shield. They keep all of the ball. They keep it to the extent that they don't lose it. Look at Arsenal. Whenever Arsenal gain the ball, they lose it within 2-3 minutes. They lose it to Man City and Man City keep the ball for like 10-15 minutes. So and I think it's very good for a manager that demands a lot from his team. And he knows what is at stake. This is that any team can spring a surprise against any team. So it doesn't mean that you want to go and play one team and say you want to beat them 5-6-0. Let's assume Burnley scored 2-1 yesterday. The game might not end up like that. Second half, Burnley might come in and say they want to pressurize Man City, and Man City will try to defend, and the pressure will be on them. And secondly, Manchester City game yesterday, I won't say the game is woeful. I won't say it's not woeful performance, but when you say a team has a woeful performance, they scored 3 goals without a reply from their opponents. So we will say it's a good result for Manchester City, but admin, let's say Burnley had a good goal-scoring striker. Let's assume it's Brentford that played against Manchester yesterday. You will know what will happen. Let's assume it's Brighton. We will know what will happen with the kind of game Manchester City play. You know, I can't tell people that the game plan of Guardiola this season is to play with Alvarez and Erling Haaland. If you look at the game yesterday, when Man City is attacking, they are left with 3 at the back. You will not see. I think John Stones did not start yesterday. He did not start. You will not see Akonde again. Akonde will come back to the right hand side. Whereby Lewis yesterday will attack. So it will now remain 3 at the back, 2 in the front, and the midfield will be packed with a lot of players. When they are defending, you will see 2 in the front, which is Eli Alan and Ava. Ava will stand as if he's playing from the left hand side or right hand side, playing and playing on aggression to defend left back of any team. So he's trying to draw attention out of Eli Alan. Look at the first goal that was scored by Eli Alan yesterday. It was just a flick, the flick nothing from Woodley yesterday. Yeah, but you see crosses. You now see that Man City are trying to change some certain parts of their pattern of play. Sometimes last season they did it, playing crosses in the box, and they eventually saw results last season. So most people should expect more. And don't forget, they need a player to replace Ike Gundogan, although they got a player, a like player in form of Mateo Kovacic, but Mateo Kovacic is missing something in this game. Mateo Kovacic is not a good scoring midfielder. He's not a passer. So he always does his own thing, keeping the ball, and opponent not having any form to get ball from Mateo Kovacic. He's not kind of player that will play and dribble, and at the end of the day, his final pass will result in goal. He's a kind of midfield that loves acceleration in the midfield, possessing ball, attacking with his flair, dribbling 1, 2, 3 players. You look at them against Arsenal, he dribbled like 3 or 4 Arsenal midfielder, but at the end of the day, he lost the ball in the front of Arsenal box. Maybe he should have released the final pass. So they miss a lot of Ike Gundogan yesterday. They miss his pass, his versatility, even though sometimes it's good. Because Gundogan is the kind of player that loves, he can shoot, he's good at set piece, and brain-wise, it's very, very good compared to Mateo Kovacic. Mateo Kovacic just love having the ball at the disposal and playing. Sometimes, let's just say Mateo Kovacic game only change when he go to Real Madrid. Mateo Kovacic game at Inter Milan, when he was bought by Rafael Benitez at Inter Milan, it was more or less a winger and an attacking midfielder. But his game drastically changed at Real Madrid. When he have the likes of Luka Modric, player that can even attack than he does. Yeah. So Manchester City needs to look at that point, looking for a replacement for Ike Gundogan and finding another replacement for Riyad Mahrez. Because we know when from Arsenal is finding it difficult to break a defensive line, they bring in Riyad Mahrez and eventually unlock a locked defense. So Man City need to bring in a lot of players. They can't go to this. They can't go to Champions League as well and play a lot of games with the squad they have now. They need all the other players in the midfield and the attacking position. Defensive wise, they are okay. But Man City yesterday, they have a good result, but the performance is not that good yesterday.
Okay, but let's not forget Man City were on this West Ham midfielder Lucas Paqueta. Do you think that it's going to be a very good move if Man City eventually bring in Lucas Paqueta from West Ham?
If they are going to bring in Lucas Paqueta, I think it will not be any small or transfer fee. Don't forget, they went with £75 million maybe last week on West Ham United. West Ham United said, we want more. We will sell Paqueta for more.
Yeah. And
that more might result in West Ham saying they want to sell this guy for £100 million. Not having a release clause. And that issue again. It's only possible if Man City will be able to get the guy on loan. Say, okay, because Man City, look at the transfer market, the Man City does. This is a £75 million for Gosgobadi, £25 million for Kovacic, 100. Will they spend another 100 or 80? How many players did Man City sell out? They only sold Riyad Mahrez. Gundogan went on free transfer. So it means they need to sell before they can buy. Then who are they going to sell in the team? They can bring in Paqueta if they are able to pay crazy amount of money for West Ham United. Because it will not be difficult for West Ham United to bring in another player. Because look at the transfer market now. They lost Declan Rice to Arsenal, and still yet they are unable to bring in players. They only just brought in Edison Alvarez yesterday. So they need to replace. If Man City want to get in Lucas Vazquez, they need to get him at a time that West Ham will be able to get in a replacement for him.
Okay, let's take a short break from here. When we get back from the break, we talk on the Women's World Cup game between Australia and France, where they are staying 0-0 on the 67th and the coming of World Cup between England and Colombia, and also discourse on Kane goodbye message to the Totteham fans, where he has eventually joined Bayern Munich on a record fee of €120 million. Do stay with us. Thank you.
Kenyans have been disappointed severally in their bid to see greener pasture abroad. To those quack in the traveling agency business, it is a rocket science. That is not our case at TAOHEED Travels and Tour. We have in-depth details on how to successfully, without stress, help you process and secure your visa to anywhere in the world. Do you want permanent residential visa, visiting and tourism visa, student visa to places like Europe, America, Asia, Africa? It's no big deal to us at TAOHEED Travels and Tour. Our years of experience and expertise speaks volume for us. Let's process and secure visa for you to UK, USA, and Canada within a twinkle of an eye. We offer Hajj and Umrah services to our Muslim faithfuls. What are you waiting for? Consult us at number 9 TAOHEED Central Mosque, Sholanke Street, behind Laroy Hotel, Abiola Way, Abeokuta. 0802 733 0900 or 0806 578 4060. Stop wasting money. Pay for peace of mind. Talk to TAOHEED Travels and Tour.
Gbogbo aláfẹ́ tó gbayì tó fẹ́ wọṣọ yìí ṣoge tó bágbàmú ló ń kọjá lọ sí House of Zion. House of Zion, the name I know when we talk of top-notch fashion, quality materials and class. House of Zion, lẹ́tí máa rójúlówó Turkey wears, Egypt and Malaysia clothing, Dubai, àwọn designer bags lóríṣiríṣi, àwọn ìtẹ̀lẹ̀ bàtà tó jiná tí wọ́n fawọ́ original ṣe, àwọn aago kájọ́ tó ń ka wákàtí ọjọ́, designer sunglasses and perfumes, pẹ̀lú àwọn gbogbo nǹkan tóbìnrin àsìkò fi ń gbafẹ́ lò gbà. Mo débẹ̀ ojú mi ń ṣe kámi, èmi ni ó rà, èmi ni ó mú. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin mùsùlùmí ẹlẹ́sìn tẹ́ gbòógè gbọ́n pa fashion tẹ́ wá nílò jàlábíà, hijab àti àbáyà lóríṣiríṣi. House of Zion lẹ́ò ti rí gbogbo ẹ̀ rà. House of Zion wà ní 52 Ọlọ́run ṣògo road adjacent Redeemed Church Agape Parish Ọlọ́run ṣògo Abẹ́òkúta. Lórí Instagram House of Zion 08165688618. House of Zion, ilé ìtajà tá a ti ń tojúlówó aṣọ àti nǹkan aṣaralóge tí ń gbéni níyì.
Welcome back to Sportville on Al-IyamoyeTv. And really, let's quickly run through the comment section on Facebook, Al-IyamoyeTV Radio. Ibrahim Onibede said, well done, YAZID and SMD. We are doing great. And he made a comment on Manchester City saying Manchester City played well yesterday, but they didn't have players on the bench where we do fear as last season was. This season will be very tough for Manchester City, as you all know. We were also discussing last week with some of my friends on Manchester City's performance next season. The Liverpool fan said Manchester City would collect and end the Premier League trophy as they have always been, where we all tackled saying Manchester City are going nowhere this season. But we hope to see what will end up of Manchester City at the end of the, or do you see Manchester City ending up with the Premier League again this season?
We can't really say now. I think let's make the transfer window ends first, okay. And by September 2nd, the will have end. We'll have know how the team has performed. Player the team that brought in. Then we can now study the fact that okay, let's see. But so far so good with the kind of performance Man City posted yesterday. I can't really say they will win the league because we've not seen others play. Arsenal are going to play today. They are part of the title contender that we want. People are clamoring for that. Arsenal has come back. They are part of the title contender. Don't forget tomorrow, Chelsea and Liverpool are going to play. Two big teams are going to play against themselves. Man U is going to play. On Monday. So let's look at the first game. Let's look at how all this team played for us so much. Then we now substantiate. Okay, this team will be able to win the league. Even though we can't talk about it the first game. Let's look at 5 games. Then we say this team is good to go. A team that won the first game might not be the team that will win the league.
Yeah.
Look at our massive performance from the start of the league last season. They didn't do well, but just taking out of eye, they got themselves back. So Arsenal has been on the top of the table from the start of the season, and eventually they lost the league within a month. So we can't really say for now.
Okay, let's quickly talk on Women's World Cup. Australia is still playing 0-0 against France. And the 72nd man also coming up by the time 11:30 a.m. England against Colombia. Also by 11:30 a.m. on Hurricane. Hurricane left a goodbye message to all Totteham fans saying he has eventually joined Bayern Munich and appreciating the years he spent with Totteham. Like we have the video on Harry Kane message to Tottenham fans. Let's go watch it.
Hi everyone, I wanted to be the first to tell you Tottenham fans that I'll be leaving the club today. Obviously a lot of emotions going through me right now, and sad to be leaving a club I've spent nearly 20 years of my life at, from an 11-year-old boy to a 30-year-old man now. There's been so many great moments and special memories that I'll cherish forever. So this is a thank you to all my teammates over the years, all my coaches, all the managers, every single staff member to do with the club, you know, from the kitman to the chefs, everyone involved. Obviously I've built special relationships with a lot of people, and most importantly a thank you to you, the Tottenham fans. From the moment I've been playing, I've been one of your own, and I've given everything that I possibly could to make you proud.
Kane message to the Tottenham fans was a sad exit from Harry Kane after as he said in his message, an 11-year-old boy, now a 30-year-old man at a whole team. Tottenham Hotspur, that's a very huge years he spent at Tottenham Hotspur.
A very good player. I think Tottenham Hotspur, they've been selling a lot of players, and they've been finding it difficult. They've been finding it difficult to replace the player. They find it difficult to replace the player. And let's look it from this angle of Luka Modric. When they sold Luka Modric to Real Madrid, they find it easy to replace Luka Modric in some instance with the transfer of Christian Eriksen. It was after Luka Modric left Real Madrid, for Real Madrid. They brought in Christian Eriksen, which did well for Tottenham Hotspur. But when they sold Gareth Bale, they have been unable to replace Gareth Bale. I could remember a game that Gareth Bale, Tottenham Hotspur played against Inter Milan 2010. I couldn't forget how Harry Kane torments the defense line of Inter Milan. Maicon then. Maicon, one of the best right back then. He tormented and he scored hat-trick then. So they've been unable to replace this guy. Don't forget Rafa van der Vaart as well. They've been unable to replace all this player, and look at Harry Kane. Will Tottenham Hotspur be able to replace Harry Kane? That is where the question lies. The kind of goals he has scored for Tottenham Hotspur, will they be able to bring in a player that will score so much amount of goals with their fear factor that most teams fear on Tottenham Hotspur? Will there be their fear factor again? Now, if they want to play against Arsenal now, Arsenal defense knows that we always fear for two players then. Now it's only one player, which is Son Heung-min. If Chelsea want to play against Tottenham Hotspur, they know Harry Kane is no more there. If Man City go to play, Harry Kane will never be a ghost in big games. He will eventually deliver on his own part. He will score his own part. Be it a big game, be it small games, it's a very big loss for Tottenham Hotspur. Even though I think just news that got on Pope from the chairman of Tottenham Hotspur, Dan Levy, said something. They offer Harry Kane new contracts. They offer a huge amount of money, but at the end of the day, Harry Kane decides. And I'm very, very happy with Harry Kane for that so fantastic decision from Harry Kane going to Bayern Munich. Even though I would say by the end of next week, it's possible he got his first trophy, because they are going to play I think the Super Cup in Germany, the team that won the league, and the team that won the DFB Pokal. I think it was Freiburg that won the DFB Pokal, and there's chance for him to win his first trophy. There's even chance for him to score first goal for Bayern Munich. For Bayern Munich, it's a great loss for Tottenham Hotspur, and great addition to Bayern Munich side. A great fall from Thomas Tuchel, and I think he has been eyeing that Kane as time at Chelsea, but which it was not possible, and he got what he needed most. Teams to watch out for Bayern Munich next season. Even though you Champions League, don't forget they bring in Kane from Napoli, and they have not lost a lot of players like that. They didn't even lose. They didn't Harry Kane. They didn't lose Sadio Mane. They brought in Harry Kane, a goal-scoring striker. I think thumbs up for Bayern Munich for bringing in Harry Kane to their side, and next season teams should watch out for him. But Tottenham Hotspur, they should try and look for a good replacement now for them to be able to contend for the league or top 4, even top 4. Let's say top 4 next season. Without Harry Kane, with Tottenham Hotspur do so many things. Don't forget Harry Kane, he played for Leicester City. He went on loan and he has proved himself in England. So there's nothing again that you want to go and prove just for him to go and win the trophy. So a very good move for Bayern Munich and a sad move for Tottenham Hotspur.
Okay, let's take on the matches coming up today between the period of 12:30 p.m. We see Arsenal facing Nottingham Forest, and also Dortmund against Scott Baines. That's the DFB Pokal at 2:30 p.m. And EPL also Bournemouth against West Ham by 3 o'clock p.m. Brighton against Luton Town, Everton against Fulham, Sheffield United against Crystal Palace, Birmingham against Leeds United in the Championship at 3 o'clock p.m. And by also in the Championship, Southampton against Norwich by 3 o'clock p.m. and Al-Hilal against Al-Nassr as for ARCL. I think that's the final of the Arabian Cup between 4 o'clock p.m. and also in the League One side, Marseille against Rennes by 4 o'clock p.m. The La Liga Sociedad against Girona, and by 5:30 p.m. we see Newcastle against Aston Villa. The Juventus side also playing club friendlies, and the German Super Cup, Bayern Munich against Leipzig by 7:45 today by 7:45 p.m. and in League One, PSG started their first match without Kylian Mbappe. I think their first team against the Lorient by 8 o'clock.
Is it possible we will see Neymar da Silva
as well? The PSG team will see how PSG will perform. And also, Athletic Club against the no-striker team, Real Madrid, by 8:30 p.m. Let's take quick predictions before we call it a day on the program. On Arsenal Nottingham Forest, starting up the match by 12:30 p.m. today. Prediction.
Right. I think the game that Arsenal lost last season against Nottingham Forest just because Nottingham Forest are on for the stay in the English Premier League. They want to go to the gate edge, and they have more energy. They got more energy than Arsenal last season in that period, whereby Arsenal didn't get themselves again when they want to win the league, and they lost against they drew against West Ham United, drew against Liverpool and other teams, something like that. And it was not a good moment for Arsenal then before they went to Granite Nottingham Forest. And don't forget, Nottingham Forest towards the end of last season, they gave a lot of teams a lot of problem with the help of our own Taiwo and Woni. They give a lot of Brad Johnson. One of the attacking force there last season. But if you look at Arsenal squad, what Arsenal or player that Arsenal have brought in, I don't see how reason Nottingham Forest will stop Arsenal from not winning today's game. So I'll go on with Arsenal winning against Nottingham Forest.
Okay, Brighton Luton Town.
Luton Town being new in English. What happened to Burnley yesterday? Being new in English. And I know all these teams for the first 5, 6, 7 games, they might not find it easy in the English Premier League. Maybe when they go to 15 matches, they start getting themselves maybe against their small teams as well. But I still see Brighton and Albion coming high on the front foot.
Okay, and the night in the evening, 5:30 p.m. Newcastle Aston Villa.
Wow, very, very, very tough game between both sides, because if you look at Aston Villa, I told someone yesterday that Aston Villa will not be, nobody will ride Aston Villa this season, because Aston Villa has made a lot of good businesses this season. Don't forget, they brought in 10 months. They brought in this guy from Bakusin, Musajabi. They brought in a lot of players as well. And don't forget, Wendia got injured on Tuesday. And immediately they went to Galatasaray for Zaniolo. So they know what is at stake. You know what they did last season. They bring a good performance. But I don't think I think I'll go for a draw between both sides. I don't say one of them winning the game. I say a draw from both sides.
Okay, due to the fact we will be having this program tomorrow. Chelsea Liverpool was the toughest match in the EPL round 1 between Chelsea and Liverpool by 4:30 p.m.
Wow, you talk about war between sides that want to get a player. And I talk of war, but in the English, I don't forget for the past 2 seasons now, even the 3rd season, Chelsea Liverpool has bringing in draw.
Last season they played draw both first leg and
second leg. Upper season they played 3 eyes, and it was drill. They drilled all 3, even though in the FA Cup, Carling Cup, It was draw four times. They drew 4. So, but Chelsea, it's a new side, bringing in new players, new manager, new team entirely. Look at Liverpool team as well. Most of their players are new as well. It's almost like McAllister and all that. They missed Jonathan Henderson, Fabio, and Yasmina, Famio. They are not in the team anymore. So I still go with a draw from both sides. A statement draw for both sides tomorrow.
Okay, Brentford Tottenham. The Tottenham without a wonderful replacement of Harry Kane now. What would they come off tomorrow?
Against Brentford. We know what Brentford did last season against most teams, and Tottenham Sports having a new coach at here. So I think Brentford will carry the day against Tottenham Sports.
Okay, and the final on Real Madrid against Athletic Club by 8:30 p.m.
It's no one news that Real Madrid without their goalkeeper Courtois. And don't forget the problem of Real Madrid in the preseason, not being able to score goals in the preseason. But Austin against Athletic Bilbao, I don't think Athletic Bilbao will find it easy against Real Madrid. Although Athletic Bilbao is at home, Real Madrid is away. But I still see Real Madrid having maybe a slight win against Athletic Bilbao.
Okay, and Barcelona tomorrow against Getafe by 8:30 p.m.
Barcelona on the way.
Okay, we've come to the end of the fourth vibe today on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. Don't forget to like, follow, share, and comment on our programs on Facebook, Al-IyamoyeTV Radio, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I remain YAZID TAOHEED.
I'm sure Wale Moshe does SMD Sports.
Tell you a
goodbye.